What's up, guys, and welcome back to a new YouTube video. For the new audience here, this might be the first time you've seen my face if you haven't watched any older videos. And I come to you with some interesting news in the world of Magic. So Troll and Toad has officially decided to stop carrying Magic the Gathering. And some of you might not know who and what Troll and Toad is, so let's just give a little bit of background there. They've been in the industry, in the trading card industry, for approximately 30 years, give or take, about the same amount of time Magic has been a thing. Obviously, Magic was a big catalyst, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Coming in, and also being something that they carried and sold. Kind of used to be the market to go to before TCG Player was a thing, really. So yeah, they're pretty significant, and over the years, of course, their operation has only grown and grown and grown, with multiple warehouses being used in their operation. They're not a small fish, so to speak. So the fact that they are no longer carrying Magic has kind of sent some waves through the TCG world, and there's been a lot of different takes on it, I guess. So I learned about it today, read this article, so I've got the article pulled up over here. Let's see. So it's the end of an era. Troll and Toad, which has been in operation since 1994, so 30 years, like I had mentioned, was one of the first large-scale buyers and sellers of Magic the Gathering cards. They made the decision a couple days ago to stop purchasing Magic singles, which, I mean, can't really fault them for, right? With how much things have been being reprinted into the ground. You literally buy a collection, and before you can even get it into your door, there's spoilers being announced that a bunch of cards in that collection are being reprinted, and all of a sudden now you've bought those at a loss because the market shifts in that short amount of time. They're reprinting Shocks again for God knows what reason. They're reprinting the original artwork of Shocks, given it's in the list, but they're still reprinting it. They've just done away with trying to put out quality products and just kind of piggybacking on the products that have been created in the last 30 years. So the decision to stop buying Magic singles and sealed product was based on a number of factors. Burns explained the primary one was that selling Magic was simply not as profitable as it once was for the company, and other TCG products such as Pokemon TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, and One Piece have been more profitable. One Piece, again, fantastic game. Try it out. Look it up. Goku, I'm making a video, ma'am. Sorry, my cat's yelling at me. She wants attention. So yeah, it's so the major reason. So the other ones are more profitable, right? The other trading card games are more profitable. Another major reason cited by Burns is the constant reprinting of valuable cards. I just mentioned that, and the number of variants of these cards made buy list pricing difficult. So obviously, when you have 15 different variants of a card, when you're trying to set up a buy list for said card, makes it difficult, right? Especially when certain versions of that card might go for way more than the original printing of it. So obviously that makes buy listing and processing, and just processing in general, and then even just listing the cards on your website, just kind of a nightmare. It just makes it doesn't make it fluid. It doesn't make it easy for the secondhand, for the secondary market to list these things. And I know we're not supposed to cater to the secondary market, but like, it's just one of those card games that you've always been able to invest your money into. I read a really good post today, actually, by Dan Bach. He's a popular guy over there on Facebook. He was mentioning, you used to be able to buy, you invest into a EDH deck for, say you spent like $1,000. You could then take that same deck and sell it for, $1,100, maybe $1,500 down the road, because things go out of print and card prices creep up a little bit. So you wait a year, you might be able to sell that for even more than what you actually originally put into it. And it's just no longer the case. That same deck is now worth 6 months later or less. It's now worth $600 or $500. It's on everything's just on a steady decline because they keep reprinting the ever-living piss out of everything. Troll and Toad management was also spooked by the reprinting of non-tournament legal reserve list cards in Magic 30th Anniversary Edition. Obviously, awful way to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Magic. We've talked about that in opening videos before. Not a great look. And decided to no longer take the risk that Wizards of the Coast may do it again one day by not carrying the reserve list singles. Magic is not profitable enough for our company to continue carrying right now, said Burns to ICV2. That's where I'm reading an article from. Sometimes I felt like I was only stocking Magic product because I love the game so much. So yeah, it's my take is I can't blame them. I really can't. I've pretty much sold out of Magic entirely. The only cards I'll have are the ones I have from openings. I'm not happy about it. I'm not stoked about it. It's just I don't play it enough. I don't, and they just keep just. It's insane to have a product like Commander Masters come out and people can't sell it. And because everything's just been reprinted so far into the ground, it just makes it hard for stores to sell their sealed product. And without your LGSs supporting it, you know, sure, you'll have the online version. Sure, you can probably still get the secret layers because it's literally no overhead cost to them outside of, you know, the artwork, the design of the cards, and then they produce it to demand. So it's not like they're going to have stuff sitting in warehouses, right? So that might stick around. But it's just, it's one of those things where it's been a slippery slope for the last 2 years, and it just continuously gets slipperier, right? They're not stepping back on the amount of products they're releasing. They're not adding neat new cards to the game that become staples in other formats once they go out of print. They just want to keep printing and printing and printing and printing, and it's just not working. It's just not working. You know, I go to LGSs. You know, you used to be able to see like the current set available or the last current maybe 3 sets, but now, you know, I see tons, just stockpiles of different Magic products and Magic lines just sitting there, and no one is touching it as much as they used to. I've seen a couple of takes on Facebook. Obviously, the game's not dead. It's far from dead, right? We know that. It's not, you know, it's not completely, everyone's not jumping ship. I did see some posts about Lotus Con, I think it was called, right, out in Vegas there that just went by. I saw some posts about that. That was interesting. I'm friends with a bunch of people on Facebook that vend at those type of events, and they just mentioned how the sale of the big cards were down, way down. You know, they just, I don't know. It's one of those things like bring back PPTQs, right? Bring back the smaller tournaments, the competitive tournaments. You know, push your competitive formats like you used to. Make me want to go get the newest set because it's now a modern staple for something or for a deck somewhere. I don't know. It's become oversaturated. I don't know how many more times Bank of America needs to put them on blast about diluting their IP, but it doesn't seem to slow them down. It doesn't seem to bother them. So it's just money machine go burr and just keep printing until the wallet fatigue is just too much. And it's just too much for the player base. It's too much for the LGSs. It's too much. You know, something's going to give out. Troll and Toad, you know, some have downplayed it. To me, you know, Troll and Toad's, you know, it's on the back. It's on the decline for his TCG players kind of taking over that space, right? In my opinion, but it's still a major player. It's still a massive online marketplace, and they're saying that they can't make any money off of Magic. And to me, that speaks a lot. That says a lot. And I just hope something's done. I hope, you know, a lot of blame goes to Hasbro, in my opinion. I think Wizards of the Coast needs to, you know, start doing what they want to do and not what the corporation wants to do. It doesn't feel like anybody's heart is into it anymore at Wizards, at Hasbro. It's just how can we make more money? How can we make it the quickest way possible? And that's that's all I get from it. That's all I get from it. And I mean, I get it, you know, it's a corporation, but it's like, you know, it's a hobby. It's a hobby. It's you need to worry about your player base. You need to worry about, you know, what they're thinking, how they're feeling about things. And I gotta tell you, like, all I see is overwhelmingly negative comments about Magic, and unfortunately, I'm right there with them. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know, obviously, game's not dead, like I said. But yeah, I don't know. It's sad to see. It really is. And if the game does, you know, inevitably die, or if it does come to some sort of precipice of decline, then I think this will be looked back on as kind of, you know, Magic 30. No one liked that. No one was a fan of that. And then Troll and Toad, and then you know, Bank of America. It's all a timeline, right? We're just watching it unfold in real time, and they just can't seem to grasp that. So, but anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to try and do more of these discussion videos when things come out, when spoilers come out. Just going over what's happening, what's going on. We've had some spoilers for OP05 for One Piece, so I might make a video about that. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think about this unfolding. I think it's a big deal. I think it's significant. As much as a lot of people want to try and downplay it because they have a lot of skin in the game of Magic, this is big. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.